think it's unlikely.
123.
One of the keys, of course, for Terry Jenkins in that game against Michael van Gerwen was the fact that he got off to such a fast start, 4-1 up at the first mini break.
I think we discussed that in our room while we were waiting to come on. If he does get a start against him, he's in with a chance, because
60.
Michael will go through streaks, and then he does miss, and then he just goes slightly off the boil. But fair play to Terry, he kept her under the cosh from the B of bang.
I think it's the same key for Mervyn tonight in this game.
100%. Adrian will go on those streaks. We've seen him do it twice in two of his last two matches. He strung 5-6 legs together. And when he's in that mood, you do have to find a consistent range of 12 dart legs.
Had that fantastic comeback against Ronnie Hybrex in round 4. And he's got through the last 2 rounds, dropping only 5 legs in the process. 2 against Barney, 3 against Suljevic. And he's won 19 of the 24 legs in those 2 games. So he's bang in form.
Great use of the treble 18. Pressure now on King, who started this leg after hitting the ball.
43. Adrian require 80.
Telling pressure as well. 80 then for Lewis. Double 10.
Game shown.
That's been key of those streaks. That finishing.
Second leg, Adrian to throw first. Game on.
First leg against the darts for A.D. Lewis.
140.
And a decent start to leg number 2 as well.
$140. $140.
3 140s at the start of leg number 2.
Also, big boost for Terry. Puts him in the Grand Slam gym.
100.
Just look at his lack of mobility there, Merv, as he walks up from the oche.
Yep.
To take the darts out of the board.
I think he's so aware of that. Well, he's told me that when he does make a certain type of movement, it's the pain. So he's just gingerly. You've got to remember as well, we've got a raised oche there, so you've got to step up and step down. It's hardly running the 1500 meters, but with a bad back, it's still uncomfortable.
Well, he could do with this. The break back straight away.
Shots on.
Double 14.
93. Adrian, you require 40.
Tops for Lewis for a 2-0 lead.
Game shown, a second leg.
Middle of the bed.
Adrian Lewis.
And potentially the difference, because Lewis had 1 dart at a double in that first leg against the darts, hit double 10. Merv had a dart at double 14, missed it.
Doing a great deal wrong, apart from those 2 small chances. Big difference in the averages. Early doors, 1-1-1 for Lewis. 95.70 for Merv.
137.
Just seems on a different planet at the moment, Adrian.
140. 140.
Hitting those trebles for fun. Only in the 3rd leg, and he's already had 7 visits to the oche where he's hit 100 or more. 3 of those have been ton 40s.
And that constant barrage of high scoring will get to King.
140.
Just grind you down.
Mervyn require 161.
You constantly know a ton ain't enough. It's the only way, I suppose, you can call it a forced error out of your opponent, is you just do it by applying pressure.
73.
First start, he's missed it a double.
Mervyn, you require 100.
Shanghai 20s then for Mervyn King. Really needs this. Treble. Hasn't got it. Just
Deflected
off that
didn't it?
first
Yeah.
start.
Adrian, you require 11.
Single 3. Double 4. Double 2.
Game shown, the third leg. Adrian Lewis, full flag.
Just the
Adrian,
15
the
darts,
first.
Jim.
Game on.
Everything under 15 so far. Well, 15 or under.
Well, it was a more circuitous route that he took that time. Nevertheless, still finds himself 3 legs to the good.
His matches, recent matches, the
One
one with Taylor,
40.
the slam, and then the one previous to that last year at the match play. 2 of the greatest games I've ever seen.
58.
Darts, the game that just keeps giving.
Adrian Lewis beat King in their 2 previous TV major knockout matches. 8-6 in the last 16 of the Las Vegas Desert Classic. It was a few years ago now, back down in 2007. And then he beat him 4 sets to 1 in the last 16 of the World Championships just over a year ago. The most recent meeting was one of the UK Open qualifiers last month. 81, that's 6-1. But generally, it is Mervyn King who's had the better of matches between the two. He's won 16 of the previous 22. And nearly 3/4 of the previous encounters between them.
Yeah, that's a convincing record.
97. Adrian,
And you are aware of that.
150.
This is to hold, double 15.
135.
Yeah, he probably when he left his hand, he probably thought, that feels in.
Double 6. All the pressure's telling on Mervyn King. He badly needs this and gets it.
Well, what happens when in that situation is you initially walk away thinking, he won't take the 150 out. Then the first treble goes in. Then the second you think, oh my, it's already in your head that he's going to get it. When it misses, it just shakes you up a bit.
And that was crucial. I mean,
Extremely.
Had that double 15 gone in for Lewis, it's 4-0 as it is. Mervyn King is only 1 break behind now.
Doing a similar job to what he'd done on Barneveld, that's what you'd be thinking.
139.
Still a monstrous average, 106.4. A respectable
81.
93 from Merv. As we've seen with Lewis, he can hold these kind of averages. He can stay at 106. We've seen him stay at 110 for long matches, longer matches than this.
41.
That's finishing pretty tidy so far. Hitting every other dart at a double. He can stay in that kind of percentage as well.
128.
Serious. And again, he's not giving you those chances. If you're just getting outscored, but someone's not hitting the doubles and they, on their turn, you get chances.
96.
And you're averaging over 50. I think it was in the 60%. You got no chance.
94.
Well, he'll be back. He set himself up tops when he comes back. Merv back on 183. Hasn't held his own throw so far.
Just 12 darts thrown from Adrian.
135. Adrian, you require 40. Game shown at 5th leg. Adrian Lewis.
Just touched in offside that second dart. And Adrian Lewis has broken Mervyn King 3 times in that first mini session. And he's looking good for his place against Terry Jenkins in the final. 4-1 he leads after yet another blistering start. We're at the business end of events here in Butlins. It's been a sensational weekend of darts in the Coral UK Open, and it's Mervyn King against Adrian Lewis for the right to play Terry Jenkins in the 2014 final. Nearly 11 points difference in terms of the averages up to this point, Mace.
Yeah, if he was under the 100, so it was 90 and he was sort of 10 points behind, he could still be competitive. So he'd effectively be having the same amount of turns at the board. But with Adrian being over the 100, it means it's all coming 15 and less, 5 visits. And the proof example was in the last leg, Merv had thrown 15 darts and still wanted 48. It's just that one throw behind all the time.
Well, up to this point in the match, Mervyn has had the darts in 3 legs, and in none of those 3 legs has he even had a single dart at a double.
Exactly, it's that one throw behind. Now, if they were averaging over 100 and there was a 10-point difference in it, it could still be competitive.
57.
Because it just effectively means he's going, one of them's going out, leaving a double after 12 and going out in 13, and the other one could be, you know, going out in 15.
140.
Still waiting for the first maximum in this match. 6 ton 40s for Mervyn King.
81.
He's won a couple of majors in the past, Merv. The 2004 World Masters, the International Darts League the following year. He's reached a couple of major finals since switching to the PDC, but has lost them both. The Players' Championships against Paul Nicholson back in 2010, and then Van Gerwen beat him in the World Grand Prix in 2012.
Leading in that one. He was 4-2 up or 4-1 up in that one.
Lost it 6-4 ultimately.
Yep.
$45.
There was a chance for him to put pressure on Lewis there, but didn't get himself down to a finish from 2-2-1.
140.
Pretty faultless performance so far. Well, he's going to leave a double.
168. Adrian requires 64.
This is where he's been so good. He's going to get 1 dart at tops.
Only needed 1.
Adrian Lewis.
He's ruthless, it's relentless, and Mervyn King so far has just had no answer at all.
Well, there's a feature of his performance in the quarterfinals. His finishing was phenomenal.
140.
Well, he won the first 5 legs in 9.5 minutes against Mensah Suljovic in that quarter-final.
100.
Bit of a hubbub going around the arena at the moment. It's the calm after the storm, really, after that extraordinary first semi-final of the night. That'll suit Adrian Lewis just fine.
100.
He ain't got to wait long, Michael. Next, he's got the Premier League, which they're all involved in, and then the match play. And then we'll be back.
45.
Viewer screens on ITV.
61.
Yeah, 3 events later in the year, the European Championships, the Masters, and then the Players' Championships back here in Minehead, all live here on ITV later in the year.
Selling that out as we speak.
Weekend of darts and accommodation for 89 quid. It's not bad. Ticket's going fast. He needs a response here, Mervyn. Hasn't held his own throw yet.
I like the place, but I think I'll stick to the Dunster Castle Hotel.
Adrian, you require 42.
Another chance to break for Lewis. Double 16. Double 8.
26.
A rare miss at a double.
Mervyn, you require 8.
Put that one in your notebooks, lads.
Game shown a 7th leg.
Ultimately, though, Jim, it's just a hold of throw for King. No real damage done.
98.
It's funny, these type of players, you know, these sort of rat-tat-tat players like Michael Van Gerwen, like Adrian Lewis, They do just tend to just lose a little bit of focus sometimes. I think they both know that they're at their best when they don't try hard. You know, and they're just letting it all go naturally.
58.
And I think the tendency is just to be too lax.
Well, that must be easier said than done. If you get yourself into a position, or the match develops, like the last one did, into a situation where the pressure is on you and you can't relax, it then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy that you are tightening up more and more and more.
Exactly. It was something I would get myself into sort of great positions in matches, and then I would then try to raise my game again when it was not necessary. You know, all I had to do was basically keep what I was doing and hold my throw. But you see that winning line, you think, right, come on, and you try and push to the winning line rather than let it come to you.
First of the match, and it has Mervyn King's name on it. Lewis responds.
Like buses, Jim.
Waited to the 8th leg, but anything you can do, I can do as well, says A.D. Lewis. Big grin from Mervyn King.
Not going to get a go.
54.
66 for Lewis.
Adrian
Has options.
66.
16 tops.
26.
Well thrown.
Mervyn
Rattled the wire.
Tops has been his friend throughout this tournament. King goes for double 16 now. First time that he's been able to string successive legs together.